tonight we thought we would talk about the crazy storm that passed through yesterday, 10/26/25. We like documenting things, and that was a day that was crazy. Mm-hmm. So if you don't know, there was a huge amount of rainfall that all of a sudden just happened. And we've had people reach out to us. We've had family members text us saying, what in the heck happened yesterday? So let's start off by saying we're good. Mm-hmm. We're praying that everybody else is good. I know someone that their house did flood a little bit. I know there were a few cars that got damaged. And we've had some people, family members, other people comment, send us messages, all that. So we thought, you know what, let's just get on here and make a video, show some footage, what we filmed at our house, kind of go over some details, and just let you know the crazy weather that was yesterday. I mean, it rained for a solid 6 or 7 hours, something like that. Mm-hmm. So anyway, what we'll do is after this intro, we'll put some footage in that we filmed around the house at night, and that way you can kind of see how much rain. You know, we show our backyard. Backyard was pretty flooded. Thank goodness our house is up on some blocks because we didn't get any water in here or anything. No. But anyway, we'll go over more after this intro, but you'll see the footage then. Let's go check it out. So you can see the backyard. I mean, I would say there was a good 3 to 4 inches of standing water, possibly 5 inches at one point when it just kept going. So I think we maybe kick-started the rain with a car wash.
Probably.
Always happens that way. When you go get a car wash, it starts raining immediately on your car. And we went to church, went out and about. It's probably around 1:30 when we started heading home after the car wash. Mm-hmm. And there were some light sprinkles. And it stayed pretty light for a few hours. And then really we went to go get food. And on the way to get food, it started raining harder on us. And in fact, we sat in the car for a little bit, hoping it would slow down. This was around 4, I think, 4 something.
Yeah.
But it was pretty heavy coming down while we were waiting to get food. Mm-hmm. And then at one point I was like, you know what, I'm just going to run in and grab the food because we're pretty close to home. So if I'm soaked, then just change when we get home. Got back home. And I kept texting my parents like, hey, are you guys getting rain? Because they live further away from us. And they're like, oh, on and off. And I was like, well, we're getting like rain, like lots of rain. It's not stopping either. And they're like, no, not that bad. And so we thought maybe it was just a good Sunday rain. And the crazy thing is, it didn't stop.
Yeah.
When did it finally stop? 12:30? At night, a.m.
At that point, it was still a little bit raining after that. That's just when, like, the torrential downpour stopped.
Yeah. We have a crawl space under our house. So we sit on blocks.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we were on a slab, like a lot of homes here in Florida, we might have got some rain in the house. But
yeah, especially our house is, like, lower than the road.
Yes.
So water tends to run down towards our home. We're not in a flood zone, but I think anytime you get that amount of rain,
everybody's in a flood zone. I know some pictures showed like some poor people whose houses did get flooded, like standing water. I mean, I would say probably a good 6 inches inside their house. Personally, know the person that their garage got flooded because the water, they kind of have a hill that goes through their house to the bottom, and so their garage got flooded. But I know a lot of people here said like that was kind of water-wise worse than a hurricane.
It's worse than any. I mean, we had that one hurricane last year. Well, two, but that one that did the most damage with the power outages and stuff, and there was not that much.
Not that much rain. Mm-mm. And it just kind of came out of nowhere.
And not that much damage.
Yeah.
Compared to this.
Yeah.
When it comes to, like, flooding damage.
Now, as we're talking here, I'll throw some images that we took from around the area, but as mentioned, there's pages out there that show, drone footage or whatever of all the damages. One road, so Wolf Branch Road, which got damaged last year during the hurricane, I believe it's in the exact same spot.
Yeah, like the Timberlake area.
It completely washed off the road. It's worse than the hurricane. Mm-hmm. And then if you're going to downtown Mount Dora, Donnelly Street, completely destroyed. That's going to take a long time to fix.
They said at least a year.
But it ended up turning into a pretty big story because, several news stations showed up. Now, the crazy thing is, in our area, we got, 10 inches? Is that what it ended up being?
Around that, I guess.
Around 10 inches?
I mean, in our area, it was like 10 to, what was the most, 19
Well, I was going to say north of us,
Yeah.
still Lake County, but north of us, they got up to like 19 inches. So like your Eustis area, they got 19 inches. And if you look at the video, 441, when you're going down the hill by the overpass to Eustis, there were many cars stuck in water up to
almost covering the car.
Yeah, almost covering the car, which is pretty unheard of. But what there is, there's the lake on both sides there, and that just completely flooded the entire road, causing major flooding. And then just 10 minutes from us, a couple of gas stations were completely flooded to where cars were stuck.
Yeah.
There were multiple cars today that were left over from yesterday that workers were pulling out.
Right.
And
because the water receded off of most of the roads this morning.
Yes. Yeah, the roads were doable this morning. The ones that were not broke. I mean, obviously, cracked in half.
Yeah.
And
but like a lot of the ditches and retention areas and stuff are still full of water.
Yeah. And we made this video tonight to capture yesterday, but there was some more rain today. So, luckily it was not near the amount. I mean, I'm guessing less than an inch where we're at.
Yeah.
But you saw in the video we showed of our house, all the washout of the dirt and everything in the yard. I mean, it was pretty crazy. We didn't know it was even going to happen.
And I was just doing like college work and stuff like that. So I was just busy throughout the day yesterday. And I mean, I knew it was raining. I guess I just didn't realize for how long and how much it was raining until I think whenever I got the text from my team.
Yeah.
Talking about, oh my goodness, there's cars that are underwater.
Yeah. And at night I ended up FaceTiming my parents and saying, "This is the rain we're getting." They're like, "Oh, like we had no idea. We're not getting that type of rain. We're just getting, regular Florida rain." But it was crazy. It was very, very crazy. And like I said, everybody's safe. Pets are all safe. House is safe.
Yeah, and the dog's house is elevated too.
Yeah,
it's up on.
It's up. It's up on a hillish and up off the ground. Yeah. So it would have to take like days and days and days. But at that point, obviously, that's like a hurricane, and
we'd be gone.
Be gone. So it's definitely like a historical time because, I mean, local people who have been here for years just have never seen anything like it. So I would recommend going online, searching some of those cities, people's photos, because when you actually see it, it is pretty crazy to see. Like the cars that were underwater, that's just on a normal road that we drive every single day. Really weird to see.
Yeah.
Now, going to work today, what's crazy is 2 of my 3 ways I could get to work were all blocked.
Yeah.
One road was like kind of washed out. Another road was flooded, and it might still be flooded today. And then the third road, though, was good. Thank goodness. That was the only way left to get to work, and I was able to get there, no issues. And then I know some of the schools around Lake County had some flooding. So in Eustis, this was on like a lot of people's posts, but their baseball field was like completely covered, standing water on it. Like you couldn't hardly even see the field. I believe there was like near the Mount Dora area, there was some washout.
I know something happened with the water line that broke or something like that in Mount Dora, so they had to do the boil water.
Yep.
I think they're still on a boil water advisory, so a lot of the restaurants and things like that are either not open or very limited. Like I know Chick-fil-A I saw was closed. They've been closed. They're closing tomorrow too, I believe, or today when this video is getting posted. So just praying for all of those people too, because obviously you don't know what's happening within their personal lives, but then businesses and stuff too.
Yeah, they're taking a hit. I mean, you could say it was a mini disaster for a lot of people.
They did they declared it a state of emergency, I think.
Oh, did they?
That county, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, people's homes, people's cars. There's a story of a lady who was driving on the road that on Donnelly that was going over it as soon as it started being washed away. I mean, she didn't know. She was trying to go home from work and had severe car damage. So there's a lot of people taking a hit with...
Was that the Pizza Amore story? Yeah. And then shout out to them. One of the co-owners went and helped his employee that was stuck.
Yeah, that's good that they helped.
Could have been a different
disaster. So we just wanted to get on here and kind of go over what happened. Appreciate everybody reaching out to us saying like, what is going on? And is everybody okay? Like I said, we praying for everybody who was impacted by it. We are thankful that nothing other than just flooding in the yard, but the yard's kind of built to handle that.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything. There for a little bit though, I was like, I have the red Mustang is my first car I've ever had, and it's pretty low to the ground. And there for a little bit, I was kind of like, okay, don't get up to the door there. You're getting kind of close.
Yeah, but it was pretty far up the tires.
Yeah, but luckily it never got higher than that. So, just crazy time. Now, I do want to take a moment and say we are praying for the hurricane that's about to hit Jamaica and all.
It probably has at this point that it's the video.
Yeah, by the time the video is posted, definitely, Lord, protect all those people, because that is, I'm very thankful that all we had was, I don't want to say all we had was rain, because it did, affect a lot of people, but that we're not experiencing anything like that. That is just devastating. Yeah. So please pray for all of them as they are going through it. And we hope that...
in the path. Because, I mean, even beyond, I know, obviously Jamaica's going to get probably the worst of it, but it'll impact other people too.
Yeah. So some weird weather going on. We've been very fortunate this year in Florida not to have any hurricanes. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
But the rain came out of nowhere, and it was something to document, something to track, so we can go back and look at it and be like, wow, remember when we lived there and it flooded.
I think the only other thing that we didn't mention was the sinkholes that have opened up too.
Lots of sinkholes opened up. Yeah.
Scary.
That is. But anyway, that's kind of an update of what happened here around Lake County and the rain. And again, praying for everybody that was impacted. And thank you for reaching out to us. We appreciate it. We're good. We documented it. And I think that should be the most severe weather we've got in the forecast for at least the next for a while. I looked it up, and doesn't look like it's going to be anything crazy like that. I will say one of the days showed in the 40s. What the heck, Florida? I know.
I think that's Halloween, around Halloween.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
I will say a lot of my friends who have lived here their whole life greatly looking forward to 40 degrees. Us who moved away from the cold weather, not super excited. But the thing about Florida is the 40 degrees does not last very long. It goes...
There's not snow that comes with it, or ice, or just yucky.
I think the highs will be in the 70s, which is like perfect. So anyway, I think we're going to call it as it's getting later tonight, but just wanted to hop on here, do an update, and go over kind of what the last day was like. But hopefully that was it. Moving on.
Been a long day.
So anyway, I think we're going to call it. With that being said, that does it for today. Thanks for watching.